Hello, good day, good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is for you. My room is in a state of despair. Not really, because it's been way worse, like way worse. I was a chronic depression room haver in high school and a little bit through college, but it's gotten much better over the course of time. I also have crippling ADHD, so that is another symptom of why my room looks the way it does sometimes. But nothing to be ashamed of, because as busy as we are day to day, we're not perfect, and cleaning our room sometimes is not top priority, even though it should be. But today it is top priority. Went to the gym earlier at like 7 a.m. just because I couldn't go back to sleep. Took a nap, watched some TV, and then thought, okay, all right, maybe I should. Let's look at the condition. Let's look at the condition we're working with. And throughout this whole thing, I'm just gonna either be yapping or saying some tips and tricks, because I definitely have come along with some tips specifically for people with ADHD, or like the type of, I don't know what type, everyone's ADHD is different. It works in different ways. All of our brains work in different ways, even if you don't have it. Some of these tips might help you when it comes to cleaning, especially if it flusters you or gives you anxiety or makes you procrastinate or makes you want to like rip out all of your hair and then feed it to a giraffe. Like whatever cleaning your room makes you want to feel, let's just romanticize it. Let's have fun. Let's make it a good time. This is the state of my desk. Not too bad, just some juice, Diet Coke, yogurt drink. Got a bed, unmade, some stuff on the floor that needs to be picked up. So those are my clean clothes. These are the dirty clothes. Not that bad, okay? Because I touch and go as time goes. And then, okay, it's really not that bad, I feel like, on camera. Unless you're like a super cleanly OCD person, you're gonna look at this room and think, oh my God, this girl's a pig. I don't wink, and I don't live on a farm. So, my first tip, sometimes after looking at the state of the room, I'm like, oh God, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do, because the thing about people with ADHD is we lack executive function, which is, okay, start with point A, finish with point E, whatever. No, we want to go A to E to Z to L to M to Q to R to B to whatever, okay? Let that be the case, honestly, sometimes. What I do is like wherever my brain is feeling, just start. So if it's making the bed, just start there. If it's picking up the trash, just start there. And if you do get distracted, because sometimes what'll happen to me, and bear with me, sometimes what'll happen to me, I'll go to pick up a piece of trash, but then in the corner of my eye, I see a towel that needs to be put away. So then I sit there and I'm like, fuck, do I throw away the trash or do I put away that towel? Just put away the towel real quick and go back to the trash. Sometimes it's okay to leave the original task to go do something else, as long as it's not playing on your phone or, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I take breaks. And that's another tip of mine. Right now, I feel like I'm not gonna put this in because I'm rambling. I'm rambling and I wonder why. Is it a form of procrastination? Maybe. Who knows? Not I. I've got my lo-fi going on the TV. Oh, hello. I've talked about it for too long, so now I'm like in that part of like, okay, wait, maybe I don't want to do this actually. But the time is 2 p.m., which gives me ample time. You know what? Let's just make the bed. Let's just make the bed. It's done. It's done. And I changed my sheets and my pillowcases. And
I am hot. I'm underfed. I'm tired.
But I think before we take a break, I'm at least gonna do the desk. So, but first, you guys wanna see a pillow tour? Because I love my pillows. I got my 2 cheetah pillows and my skull pillows. My friend gave me that. I won that at a festival. That's crazy. Sorry, anyways. Because I'm pointing, like, in real life, I'm pointing, like, way over there. But on camera, it looks like I'm pointing at the duck. Can y'all see I'm sweating? But I'm really not trying to like be in a sports bra and shit right now. Because that's my only other option. Is this illegal? Let me know now. I'm going to refill my Lysol bottle with Fabuloso. New favorite drink. Drink of the week is Fabuloso. I like to mix it with lemon bleach. Tastes super good. Now this might go horribly wrong. Am I gonna think it through? No, I'm not. All right. Alright, the desk is clean, and I've had this desk since I was in like middle school, so it's not about the marks and shit, it's about the bacteria, which it's now gone. But I seriously have not eaten enough today. My stomach has been a whirlwind the past few days, hence why my room is the way it is. So this is, even though all I've done is made my bed and cleaned my desk, but guess what? Guess what? That's a step. And so with that, I'm gonna pat myself on the back and eat some food, because there's no way I'm folding any laundry with no food in my system. And as hot as I am, I really think I'm about to pass out. And I don't know if it's this gosh darn bright ass light, but holy crap. I got this light off Amazon because I live in the basement. So my room is like really dark, and so you can't really see me all that well on camera. But holy crap, it's bright. Like, this is the lowest setting. And like when I close my eyes, I still see it. And I'm literally sweating beluga whales right now. Like, I'm so hot. So I'm gonna make some chicken skewers and eat those, watch some TV, and I'll see you later. I'm about to do some laundry. I ate, watched a little bit more of my TV show, but what I wanted to talk about with my TV show, which is just such a random thought that I had while watching it, it's called Sneaky Pete on Netflix. It's actually quite good, so I do recommend it. But it's basically about like con artists and crime and all that good jazz. But there's one scene where they're like escaping, and they are escaping in like a commercial laundry van, blah, 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 blah. And I thought to myself, I said, you know, I'm curious, how often do I drive on the road and see something like that? And it's like containing crime, or it's containing con artists, or it's transporting drugs, or it's whatever. Like, can I even say any of that on here? But anyways, I'm talking about a theoretical situation. I wondered to myself, I thought, how often have I, like in my life, has it been one time? Has it been 0 times? Has it been 42 times? How many times have I driven by an unsuspected car and it actually had some suspect stuff going on? Another thought I have is like, how many people do I drive past on a daily basis are like either high or under the influence of alcohol and I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy to me that, okay, I'm folding this towel in the weirdest way, whatever. It's so crazy to me that like we truly have no idea what's going on when we're on the road. In the sense of like who's behind the wheel. We don't know what they're doing, how their day's going, you know, who they are. But we just trust people to obeyed by the rules, and sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So I'm gonna fold this laundry and I am gonna do it on a time lapse because I know no one wants to like sit here and watch that for an hour. It's like it's a decent load. It's a decent amount. But with that being said, I'm gonna listen to music, fold this, and then at the very end, I'm gonna write a list and explain some things that I do on a weekly, daily basis that helps contain my ADHD room, helps me stay on track to where it doesn't pile up to where it's gonna take me 6 hours to clean it. Like this is probably taking me, it took me 20 minutes over there. This is probably gonna take me 20 minutes. So only about like 40 minutes to an hour, 2 hours, versus when it gets really bad, it's like a 4 hour, 7 hour kind of thing. So how to stay on track of that. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Alright. Let me give you an overview. We did it, guys. Give yourself a pat on the back. So this is the desk. As we saw, that's the bed area. Here, whatever. Here's the main area. All the laundry is done. Put everything away. This is my giveaway pile, so I don't really do anything with that until it's like full enough to give away. Still have a few more loads, but that'll be over the course of the next few days. Over here's looking pretty good. My little kitchenette, is that what you'd want to call it, is done. So yeah, that's the overview. The time is currently 6:27. So I'd say that, you know, we got that done in a pretty good amount of time, considering the fact that I took a break and watched TV. Okay, as you can see, I'm a sweaty mess. I'm gonna take a shower, but I cleaned my room, so I feel good that I'm a sweaty mess. So I've written down my tips. My first tip would be to do the dishes and trash every day or every other day. So like right before you go to bed or in the morning when you wake up, whichever one you prefer. Take the dishes upstairs or downstairs, put them in the dishwasher, collect the trash that you've thrown around the room, because I'm avid on like eating something in my bed and then throw, or like orange peels. I'll eat an orange in my bed and throw the orange peels on the ground. Next morning I'll wake up, pick them up, put them in the trash. Same thing with the dishes, or at least every other day, because as soon as you let it accumulate, that's when it gets embarrassing and you have to do the whole like server walk up to the upstairs and be like, hey guys. Or your mom's like, where are the dishes, right? So just try to keep up with the dishes and the trash as best as you can because it makes the whole room seem a lot less daunting. And then my second one, this is really for like if you have a hard time keeping up with laundry. I do. I wear pajamas, I wear like a day outfit, sometimes I'm wearing a work outfit and then a gym outfit. So I wear like anywhere from like 3 to 4 2 outfits a day. I try to I try to re-wear my pajamas like for 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row if I can. If I don't like have night sweats or something, but anyways, that's so TMI. This is for the people that really have a hard time keeping their laundry together. Something that's helped me is keeping a clean clothes and a dirty clothes pile very distinctly separate. And the reason for that being is something that I used to do was just kind of have all my clothes out on the ground in different piles. Like when I took my clothes off, I just throw it somewhere and then I couldn't forget if I actually wore it or if I just tried it on. So then I just throw it in the dirty pile. I'm rewashing clean clothes. Like I would just end up picking all the clothes up on my ground and washing them all because the clean's been mixed with dirties. And so you end up having to do like 8 loads of laundry and then you have to fold the 8 loads of laundry and then you get overwhelmed and then you decide to quit. That's what happened to me all of the time. So now that I have like 2 distinct piles, let's say we were trying on an outfit, I don't like this. If you just tried it on, put it back in the clean clothes pile so that next time you go to fold your clean clothes, it's already there to be folded with it, right? I don't think there's any, sorry, there's like little flies everywhere. I don't think there's any shame in having those 2 piles because it's like, okay, this is dirty, this is clean, what do you want me to do? Anyways, another one, clean when you feel like procrastinating. In the sense of if you have enough time to look at your room and be like, no, I'm gonna sit on my phone, that's the perfect time to do it. Clean when you feel like procrastinating. Also because there's a good chance if you feel like procrastinating it, it's built up to the point of where it doesn't seem easy. And so obviously you're gonna wanna procrastinate it because it doesn't seem easy, it seems very daunting, it's overwhelming. Those are the times when you need to buckle down before it gets worse and you have to like do the whole 9 yards to get yourself to clean it, right? Have a place for everything. I don't know if you've seen kind of how my room layout is. I know there's a word, I think it's like butterfly layout or ladybug. I can't remember how, but I like to have all of my stuff out in the open. I know what's very common and what's like the norm is to like have everything in a shelf and in a cubby and in a box so that you can't see anything and it's just the decorations out. No. I can't. I want to know what I have. I want to know what I need to get rid of. I want to know where my stuff is. I don't want to have to look for things. So I like everything out. To other people, it may look cluttered because I do own a lot of stuff, but it's all like organized, like books over here, medicine over here, makeup stuff over here, clothes over there. So even though it is all like literally my closet, you can see every piece of clothing I own besides my bra, socks, and underwear. So have a place for everything. If not visually so you can see it in your mind, like kind of like, you know, I guess I'm trying to say like be organized in a way, but it not really to like to the max. Like just kind of know where your things go so that when you use something, you just put it back in that spot. Oh, when I use this, I'm going to put it back in its home. So that's what someone said to me a really long time ago. That's what someone said to me a really long time ago was have a home for everything. Have a place for everything so that you know where it's going to go next. Or it's gonna go after when you're done using it. Be patient with yourself and remind yourself that a clean space equals a clean mind. That is so true. It's like when your room's cluttered, even if you're not thinking about it, I feel like the subconscious is, right? If your room is clean, it just feels like, yes, okay, that's one less thing I have to do, right? So just be patient with yourself because building any of the habits I've even just described takes time. You know, implement one thing at a time. If you know you are very good at accumulating a dirty room, start by this week just picking up the trash every morning. And then next week, pick up the trash and the dishes every morning. You know, so like just implement habits. I've talked about this in another one of my videos where I don't think you need to overload habits all at once. Just pick up like 1-2 habits at a time. Realize that keeping a clean space is habitual, and for some people maybe that's not habitual. Like I've had a messy room like since high school. Like this has been something I've been struggling with, and I've gotten a lot better at, and I'm so grateful for that. But it's something that's been a struggle of mine for a really long time, especially with the ADHD and the depression. So with that being said, the people that I know that usually keep a really clean room are like either germaphobes, have like an obsession with the clean room, or their parents were like really strict on their room being clean. While mine, when it got bad, were like, you can't go anywhere until it's clean. They weren't too stressful about how often that was. And so I feel like if you grew up, oh, every Friday you had to clean your room, no decision, then yeah, it's probably going to be easier for you to keep a clean room because that's something you've been doing since you were 5. But if it's not something that you've ever been taught and you've never had that structure, it's something that you're going to have to implement over time. And so you do need to be patient with yourself, and don't think of yourself as like a slob or a piss gross ant. Like, it's okay. It's a dirty room. It's not the end of the world. It's called you can clean it. You know, my favorite tip, and I've done this my entire life. Maybe you guys already do this too. After I clean anything, whether it's just making my bed, cleaning my desk, folding my clothes, I dead ass. Like, can I cuss on this app? I don't know. I will actually just stand there and look at it. Like, you just stand and look at it for like a good minute and just be like, yeah, okay, yeah, this shit look good. Like admire it. Don't just like clean it and be like, what's next? Like, clean it and then like look at it, admire it, be like so proud of yourself, so grateful that you did that, right? So that when you go to do it again, you know, I think it's more like a subconscious thing. You're gonna remember that feeling and be like, oh, okay, like let me just clean so I can stare at it. Like, I don't stare at it for like 30 minutes, eyes peeled. I just kind of like, you know, I stare at it for a while though. I'll say, like, whether that's staring at it with music on and dancing or whatever, appreciate the clean room you have, because then you're more likely to go remember that into the next time. Yeah, those are my tips. This was me cleaning my room. I hope it helped. And if you are going to go clean your room now, just do it. Literally just start. Even if you don't finish, do one thing, whether it's the bed or the desk or the clothes. Just pick one thing, do it, and then tomorrow do the next. Like, I don't know how bad the case is mentally or actually in like physically how bad the room is, but just start. Start, give yourself grace, and if you need to watch another cleaning video, go ahead, because sometimes it takes me to like watch 4. Sometimes I will watch 4 full clean with me videos, and on like the 5th one, I'm like, all right, bro, I can just do it. Like, sometimes it takes that much hype, that much motivation, I should say. Should we probably just be using discipline? Yes, but I really think the discipline actually comes in hand for those like little everyday habit tasks that you should be doing. But anyways, I hope this helped. I hope you guys are enjoying your clean room. I know I am, and I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.